let's take a look at who's next. Hey, how you doing? My name is Santito, and welcome back to another Dokkan battle video. Guys, we just went over the other antithesis of this unit that we have on screen right here, being the SSB Vegeta and Goku that have the active skill that fuse into Vegito. But here, right now, we're covering the brand new ZAMASU and Super Saiyan Rose Goku Black, baby. Let's go. Yes, sir. This is the antithesis unit to, I always call it antithesis. I don't know why I always do that, but this is the other half of the Goku and Vegeta from the other part. Part one, you know, we went over those guys. They are good. They are really good. And now we're covering these guys, showing y'all who we've got, you know, how good they are and all that goodness. So I know I didn't mention this in the other video, but I know I'm late. I was gonna do the video last night. I ended up, 4th of July, or sorry, not what am I talking about 4th of July for? Last night I went out with some friends, so I didn't get a chance to put the videos out then, but we're doing it now, so we're getting it out the way. Let's go ahead and you know, waste no more time. We're gonna go ahead and get right into these guys here. Let me reset this and zoom right back in. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get into these boys. You know the drill though. Before we even get into the kit and anything like that, we're actually gonna go ahead and take a look at their animations. So I'm gonna pop over here to Twitter, you know, zoom in, pause the music, and play the animations. Here we go. These are Carnival LRs. Oh my god, already we're looking smooth as shit. Oh my god, this is already incredible. Okay, all right. Colors are popping, colors are serious. Damn. Oh my god, that was, oh my, okay, hold on. Guys, already, Rose's animations are fire. Already. And this is just the first side. Now we get to reversible exchange. Wow, those are better than Goku's animations on the other card, by the way. Okay. Okay. Voiced animations, of course. Ooh, bruh. Okay. All right. That was solid. That was nothing crazy. Oh, I already know it's about to go hard. I already know. Based on the, yeah, bruh. Wow. Oh my god. What? Bro, nah, that was so clean. That was so fucking clean. Oh my god. Bro, what the fuck? That was so clean. That active skill was crazy. Okay. ZAMASU, here we go. Oh my god, dude, and his 12 key animations are also fucking sick as shit. Oh, bro. I don't even know what to say. That's a 12 key. 18 key's about to be fucking stupid too. Whew. Man, I damn near lost my voice reacting to the first video. Shit. Oh my god, bro. Look at these animations. Oh, here's the fuse. Here's the fusion. Oh shit. Bruh, bro, this animation quality is crazy. What the fuck? Okay, that looks almost the same though as before. Okay, but still though, they cooked, and that KO screen is crazy, bro. This is what I'm talking about, bro. Every single time they put out a unit to, well, hold on. Let me not say every single time, but when they put out units, usually they look like this, and it should be putting out units at least for big celebrations. And bro, they cooked. I'm not gonna lie. That shit is gas. We got to do, you know, our regular shit, you know, putting it in 2x speed and playing the video out again. Cause dude, this shit is so clean. Every single animation this time was clean. I don't know what it was. Maybe it was me, but I think the Goku side on the other unit didn't have the most crisp and clean animations. They look more like this. They look more like this to me. Like this, yeah, they look more like that. But Vegeta's was way cleaner. This is like straight out of a fucking show. Like the way how smooth it is. That they don't even do that in the show. Dude, what the fuck? Like that I don't know. I don't even know how to like voice exactly what I'm trying to share, but you guys would see it if you saw the Goku part or the Goku side of the other card from the other video. Yeah, I mean, bro, just look at this shit. This shit is crazy. And then we got merged ZAMASU, bro. Oh my god, if they had like the corrupted form though, oh, that would have been sick. But the KO screen is fire, guys. Yo, we are eating good for part 1, and they also have some crazy other units too, like EZAs and all that stuff. So yeah, I'm excited. But let me waste no more time. Let me go ahead and get right into the kit, the details, all of that. Here we go. All right, so before I read anything, before I make that mistake, let me go ahead and go over to the card here. So we're gonna go over the stats. So HP, we're at 21.3k. Attack, we're at pretty much 15k, and defense is pretty much 8.3. And again, STR units, I'm not sure the exact breakdown, but each stat on average gets about 5,000. One of them gets, in actuality, gets 5. The other one gets 4.6. The other one gets 5.4. I don't know the exact breakdown, but regardless, that is what we have here. Very, very good stats all across the board. Again, not going to complain about that at all. Here we go. Let's get to the leader skills. So we've got super bosses, category key +4, and 220% to stats. Very solid, very good. That's just clean all across. We love that. And it's super bosses, which is a team that could use a buff like this. I don't actually know if they have a 220 lead already. Yeah. Rose would be the first. So they already have a couple good leaders on here, but I don't know. A lot of them are going to fall off. So I think that this Rose is a much needed asset on that team. Yeah. Let's go ahead and get right into the unit. So, and this time we don't have a banner unit. So this video should in theory be shorter if I don't yap. But here we go. So attacking defense +200%. Nice. Receives an additional key +2 per key sphere obtained. Okay, just like the Goku on the other card. Good key mechanic. That's exactly what we want. And then attack and defense +80%, and attacks are effective against all types for allies whose name include Goku Black. So we've got support for a Goku Black unit, which is, it's good. I mean, that's good. It was like the Trunks on the Vegeta side, but this one gets a little bit less support, doesn't get the key support, but gives super effective attacks for that Goku Black. So that's really good. I would assume that hits themselves because this is a Goku Black card. I would assume it doesn't say self-excluded, so I would assume that it also gives it to them. So that's already really good. We get just a straight up super effective attacks, which is really good. Per extreme class or future saga category ally on the team, depending on which has more members. Attacking defense +50% up to 150, which is really good. And then crit and damage reduction +20% up to 60. Same thing again as over there. We love that 60% damage reduction and crit instead of dodge. But obviously crit, we will absolutely take that. That is totally fine. But we're more so happy about the damage reduction, of course. So very happy with this. Extreme class, not going to be hard to do. You're not really locked into Future Saga, but obviously would work better on a Future Saga team. So yeah, very, very happy with that. When all allies attacking in the same turn are extreme class characters, or when there is another Future Saga category ally attacking in the same turn, guards all attacks. That is what you love to fucking see. So on the other card, from the video that I just finished, right? Goku had a lot more damage reduction, had the dodge, but no guard. And now Vegeta had the guard, but could only get the guard if you procced the active skill, which I believe does carry over onto the Goku if you reversible exchange after that active skill. I'm not actually sure about that, but I would assume that's how that worked. But over here, we just get the guard and the damage reduction stacked on top of each other, as long as you have, you know, all extreme class or another Future Saga on the same turn. So that's obviously really easy to do because you're going to be running this guy with Future Saga category allies. Okay, sorry, just a little brief intermission there. All right, so yeah, I mean, very easy to do. I mean, Future Sagas, obviously you're going to be running this guy next to a Future Saga ally, so that's not a problem at all. So very, very simple. Love the guard, love it. When attacking, what am I reading? When activating the active skill or when attacking with 18 or more ki, you get 200% to attack, and you get an additional attack that's a great chance of becoming a super. So we didn't see any non-guaranteed super additional attacks. You know, hold on, let me rephrase that whole sentence. I don't know why the hell I made that complicated. On the other card, every single additional attack was a guaranteed super, but here we're actually getting our first glimpses of you know, potentially not getting a guaranteed super, which it is what it is. At least it's a great chance, but I don't see why they wouldn't just do the super attack unless there's some sort of like stacking or whatever, but that they're trying to like limit, you know. But I don't know. Just seemed like they should have just gave him the guaranteed super, but whatever. I mean, already I feel like this card is kind of already, you know, pretty tough, you know, pretty strong, since they have guard, they have the damage reduction. Granted, not as much damage reduction, but 60 is still a lot. Plus the guard, it's going to be very helpful. So yeah, I'm not really sure why they're cucking them there, but it is what it is. 200% attack is crazy. 18 or more ki should be no problem at all with the ki mechanic, so very happy about that. When receiving an attack, we get 180% defense, which is obviously really good. And then starting from the 4th turn from the start of battle, meets up with ZAMASU and can perform a reversible exchange. So very, very good condition. Obviously, 4th turn, not a problem at all. I'm in this case, I'm going to read the active skill first, because the actual like really cool one that we really care about is on ZAMASU's version, so we're gonna read this one first. So active skill, condition can be activated starting from the 4th turn from the start of battle, once only, of course, and then massively raises attack temporarily and causes ultimate damage to the enemy. Okay, awesome, big attack, yeah, normal stuff. All attacks become crits, and super boss category allies attack and defense plus 15%, plus an additional defense plus 10% for characters who also belong to the Future Saga category for 4 turns. Damn, that is a nice juicy one, not gonna lie. Yeah, that is crazy. Dude, yeah, I mean, there's not much more to say to that one. It's just awesome. That's just amazing. Like the super boss category buffs plus the Future Saga in there. Yeah, I don't know what more to say. That is just a whoops, sorry, I don't know why that just opened up. That is just perfect. Yeah, like literally. And then all guaranteed crits and all that. Man, goddamn, this shit is crazy. All right. Cool. And then yeah, we already saw the animations. So the super attacks, here we go. So 12 ki greatly raises attack and raises defense for 1 turn. Obviously very normal basic stuff, but very good. And then lowers attack as well, colossal damage. I'm not going to read this out every time, but lowers attack, which is good. We love seeing this. There are bosses nowadays that don't have, you know, attack and defense reduction nullification, if that makes sense. But yeah, so there are some bosses like that. Not all of them have that, or not, sorry, most of them do have that, some of them don't. So yeah. Ultra super attack, 18 ki, greatly raises attack and causes mega colossal damage to enemy. Okay, this is stacking right here. then raises allies attack by 60% for 1 turn, self-excluded. That's all right. The ally buff is what we love to see there. 60% is crazy. You could throw this guy in slot 1. He's guarding all attacks. And obviously the damage reduction on top of it. Plus all the extra, obviously the fucking 60% buff to your allies. Obviously you're going to want to get, I mean, it is just the active skill. So the active skill is not going to be hard. You just throw that shit out and then boom, you're good. But still, you get the point though. It's like that is really helpful. Yeah, and then we'll take a look at the links. Dismal Future, Fear and Faith, Nightmare, Kamehameha, Big Bad Bosses, Fierce Battle, Legendary Power, Standard Goku Black ZAMASU links. Lovely. We will take that. Yeah, key is not gonna be a problem at all. Yeah, love it. And the Big Bad Bosses is a big save, I'm not gonna lie. Big Bad Bosses is what we love to see on that card. So yeah, we've got a lot of you know, people who link up pretty well. Yeah, not much more I can say other than let's go ahead and get on to ZAMASU. Here we go. Obviously the leader skill is the same thing. I'm assuming just because of how similarly they built Goku Black's side to Goku's side, I feel like they're probably gonna have a similar thing with ZAMASU here, where, you know, the kit is just not gonna be as strong. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I mean, they did give Goku Black guard and damage reduction, so I don't know. We will see. But yeah, here we go. So basic effects, obviously you can reversible exchange with Rose. Then you get key +7 and attack and defense +200%. Good shit. No key mechanic again, I'm assuming, but just a straight +7. We will take that. High chance of performing a crit and guards all attacks. Nice. Guaranteed guard. Get that out the way. We love to see it. Will that be enough? No, but it's there. So we will be happy with guard. Hopefully we get something else. And then yeah, high chance of performing a crit. We will be happy with that as well. When attacking, attack and defense +200%. Nice multiplicative buff right there. And then Future Saga category extreme class allies, damage reduction rate +10%. So we get an extra 10% damage reduction for Future Saga, including this, you know, character right here. So that also is only for extreme class though, not for super. So you can't use that buff right there with the other guys. So just extreme class, which again is fine. It is what it is. When attacking with man, I did it again. When activating the active skill or when attacking with 20 or more key, you get attack and defense +200%. Obviously really fucking good. 20 or more key, probably, well, I'm not gonna say probably, but might not be a problem. I'm not really too sure yet. But the active skill, I mean, you're gonna probably throw out the active skill right away when you get here, or maybe not, depends on the fight. But yeah, and then yeah, launches an additional super. Love that. Guaranteed super. We will absolutely take that. Then we get attack and defense +300%, performs a crit, and recovers 6% of damage dealt as HP when HP is 60% or less. Okay, so are those multiplicative? Because why would you just do 200%? Oh, you know what? Hold on, because obviously this is why. So when your HP is 60% or less, that's when you get that whole line. So you get guaranteed crit, even more attack and defense, and then recovers a whole bunch of HP. That'll probably be a full heal. To put that into perspective, it's like however much damage you do, 20% of that you get back as HP. But there are a lot of bosses with a crazy high amount of damage reduction, so maybe not a full heal, but a really high amount of healing. So yeah, and this is when you're attacking with 20 or more key. I believe that condition is only checked at the beginning. So if you do get an additional super and your first attack heals you above 60, I think the healing is still there for that next attack. But again, I'm not sure. We'd have to test that in game, but I'm assuming that that's kind of how that works. Or at least I'm hoping. So yeah. All right, let's take a look at this active skill. Obviously, you can do it right away. Massively raises attack temporarily, of course, and then it causes ultimate damage to the enemy, of course. And then you get ki +4 and attack +40% in battle for the rest of the battle. That is really good. That is really good. 40% attack. This guy is going to be hitting like insanely hard. Has a crazy amount of ki. I mean, 11 ki just from that. Like, you shouldn't really be struggling. Sorry, maybe crazy amount of ki isn't the right word, but I'm also assuming that the links are going to be part of it. Or, well, not assuming. I'm factoring in the links, which is probably going to be another 4 ki or whatever. And typically when you run a ZAMASU or Goku Black, you're running another ZAMASU or Goku Black next to them. So that's why I am giving them the links right away. You're already getting like 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 ki from those links. So it's a lot. It's like 15 ki, and then you just need to get the other ki spheres. Shouldn't be too difficult. Right off the bat, I think you're already activating this. You don't need to be at 24 ki for anything. So not bad at all. And then let's take a look at the super attack stuff. So 12 ki greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn, colossal damage to enemy, and then lowers defense. Like I said, there are bosses like this that will be affected by, sorry, there are bosses in the game that will be affected by stuff like this. So that is we will take that, you know. And then obviously this is not bad either. Greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn. We'll take that. Then the 18 ki God Splitter massively raises attack and defense for 1 turn. That's a crazy big boost, by the way. That's 100% to both. Causes mega colossal damage to enemy and then recovers 20% HP. Wow. You will be healing a lot from this guy. A lot. Like, healing will not be a problem when you have this guy on your team. The problem is taking damage from supers or attacks that will just straight out one-shot you. That will be the real thing, is that's scary. And now that we've gone through all that, I will say, I do not like how little we have to work with in terms of damage reduction. Nowadays, damage reduction and guard is like a must-have all the time. If you don't have guard, well, you better have at least like 70-80% damage reduction. Bosses will hit for 5, 6, 7 million damage, right? They do a lot. They do a lot of damage. And these guys, I don't know if ZAMASU is really going to be able to kind of hang out with those guys. Obviously, the active skill is there. We activate the active skill, do a lot of damage. That's cool. For ZAMASU, I'm not even concerned about Rose. Rose has got a lot to work with, but it's really ZAMASU that I'm not sure about. Similar thing with the Vegeta. Who would I say is better? I mean, it's tough. I think both of them are really good. I feel like the Vegeta and Goku card is more defense oriented, but I don't even want to say that. I mean, they're just going to be good doing everything. I don't think ZAMASU's that good defensively. Goku Black has a lot of defensive capability, but the issue is that when you do, you know, the way that combat works in Dokkan, when you do an attack, you're also going to do, you know, you're also going to be defending right after. So, or right before, even before, you know? So, like, there is no real situation where I think I'm gonna be running ZAMASU. Even if my HP is hella low, the only time I'm really gonna be using ZAMASU if there's no attack before or after. That way I can recover a bunch of HP. You know, that might be the only time that I use this guy. But the guard is like not really that crazy because we get that out of Rose. You know, as long as we activate the condition, which again is not hard. You're going to be running this guy next to a Future Saga category ally anyway, so I'm not worried about it. I don't think ZAMASU is going to be that impactful. I think Rose, out of the 4 like sides of cards that we have, Rose seems to be the one, and this is like no active skill or anything. Rose seems to be the one that is the best well-rounded, I will say. I think Rose has got the the best of all worlds, honestly. As long as you're... Well, let's pull him out. Let's pull him out, actually, to show you. He's got a lot of attack buffing and defense buffing. He's got the guard and damage reduction, the crit. He's got additional super... well, and it's not guaranteed, but it's in there. He's got a lot, and then obviously his active skill is really good. He's got the support too. Rose has got a lot of potential. He's the most well-rounded character, I think, out of all the cards. But I do think ZAMASU is probably the biggest letdown out of all the cards too, because although he does have guard, he only has 10% damage reduction, which is just not enough. It's not enough. So I don't know how I feel about ZAMASU, to be honest. And I'm pretty sure all the links stayed the same as well. Here are the categories if you wanted to take a look at it. Yeah, guys, we did keep this video shorter. Again, I'm not sure how I feel about ZAMASU's side, but I think Goku Black is good. I do think that this card, like the other one, would probably place within the top 5. There are some other really heavy contenders up there, so in terms of, top 5, top 6, top 7 probably it seems like more likely, honestly. Yeah, like in terms of like their what they have and what they can do, but it's not that anyone is clearly above the other or clearly below the other. It's more balanced. It's kind of hard to say. I haven't tried them yet, and I think their banners are actually already out. I have not loaded up Dokkan today, so I'm not sure, but I'm assuming that I believe that they're actually out. I've seen people talk about it on Twitter, so yeah. That's pretty much all I've got, guys. Like I said, I do hopefully plan on making another video. I don't actually know if I can make that video today. I might be able to do it tomorrow, just going over all the stuff that we've got, all the new stuff, maybe make some shorts regarding whether it's worth summoning or not, which, by the way, I do think it is worth summoning. From what I've seen and what I've heard, these are probably some of the most, if not the most, valuable banners I've ever seen in Dokkan history. We've got the 10th anniversary LRs, 9th anniversary LRs, some crazy other units here and there, like from Worldwide Download Celebration. We've got like a crazy stacked lineup, and all of these LRs are still very competitive and usable in the game right now. So very, very happy with the state of the game, or with the state of the game, but really the celebration thus far. It leaves me thinking about what part 2 will be, which I've seen people talk about. Of course, I'm hoping it's Daima, but I'm seeing a lot of people saying, I'm gonna just say it, I've seen some people say GT. Apparently there was a leak regarding it possibly being GT. I don't even know. I haven't like read into it as much. I've just seen people say that it's gonna be GT, but I don't know if that's actually true or not. So I'm gonna have to do some digging myself. But listen, y'all, thank y'all for tuning in. We have some really nice, really strong characters for part 1 of this celebration. Nobody should get their feelings down about it, I mean, I know we've got, Rose and ZAMASU and Vegito Blue and Super Saiyan Blue, Goku and Vegeta, and so many different fashions and forms throughout the game. But look, we don't have animations like this for these guys, really. We don't have strong, top of the line characters for these guys, really, like this in the game. Like these guys are the strongest versions of themselves, is basically what I'm trying to say. So listen, y'all, we're gonna have a fun celebration, and I hope that y'all really do enjoy. So Listen, guys, I'm gonna see y'all soon. I'm not sure when I'm gonna do my next video, but I'm gonna do it soon. Take care of yourselves. I'm gonna see y'all soon, and peace.